The Honourable Member for Truro, Bible Hill, Millbrook, Salmon River.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, no community in this province is untouched by racism. This year, a series of racially charged incidents occurred at a South Shore school involving the Confederate flag and a noose hung on a young black female teacher's door. In response, the Minister of Education called this an unfortunate situation and a teachable moment. And I've been hearing from a number of teachers who are upset and concerned about this issue. One of my constituents, Nolan Borden, is a black teacher of 35 years, and he asks, why are racist acts like these being put in the same classification as bullying, which limits what school boards can do? These are hate crimes, he says, and should be treated as such. So my question for the minister is simply this: what action is her department taking to address this issue, and also the systemic racism in the education system?
The Honourable Minister of Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you for the question. It has been raised in the floor of this House before. It is a serious situation. We want to make sure that we do not have any activities in any of our schools that would suggest racism or discrimination. The situation, the South Shore Board was investigated. The South Shore Board and the school in particular took every step possible to make sure that it was a teachable moment, that they continued to do programs and activities in the school to make sure that all of our students are aware of and respectful of every other citizen.
The Honourable Member for Truro, Bible Hill, Millbrook, Salmon River.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I appreciate the minister's response. Thankfully, this kind of incident is not something that happens every day in Nova Scotia, but I am hearing from many teachers about experiences of racism during their education, training, in the schools, from administration, and from some parents. According to Mr. Borden, when he called the Black Educators Association to ask them about this incident, he was told they'd not been notified about it and could not actually do anything about it since the young teacher herself had not contacted them personally. So my question for the minister is this: how often does the minister meet with the Black Educators Association to discuss issues of racism affecting Nova Scotia's teachers and students?
The Honourable Minister of Education.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. One of the divisions within the Department of Education deals specifically with African Nova Scotian educators, whether it's the Black educators, whether it's CASE, whether it is the division there itself, and they are constantly working with their communities and with the boards and with the department to make sure that the concerns in the communities are heard by the associations and acted upon, again, to make sure that if there are issues that need to be addressed or if there's education that needs to be ongoing, that we are on top of that.